Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Allison if you're new here, and today I am sharing not one, but 2 room transformations. Now these are not going to be start to finish room makeovers like I love to share on my channel. I will link a playlist here with all of those videos if that's what you're looking for. But today is kind of like a halfway point, like an update on some room makeovers. We are doing major facelifts to our dining room and then also to this little kitchen nook where we have our kitchen table. And these are kind of just the halfway points. We're making some big changes, so I wanted to show you guys the footage and the progress we're making, and most importantly I wanted to get your input before I actually film the complete DIYs. So today is just putting in some new furniture, changing things around, and then at the very end of the video I'm going to be asking you guys for a lot of advice and a lot of tips. I know most of you guys love interior design and DIYs just like I do, and I would love to get some ideas and insight from you guys. So stay tuned to the end of this video. I'm going to go through these spaces, talk through what I'm thinking about, and ask you guys for your opinion on these spaces. But the first update we're doing is going to be taking down our old kitchen table and then building a new one. Now I had total mom brain. I was watching Baby Girl and completely forgot to film when Christian took down our old kitchen table. We sold it through Facebook Marketplace. That's our go-to for buying furniture and selling furniture. So Christian took care of selling the table, delivering it, taking it apart. I just don't have any footage of that. You guys have probably seen the table in the past though. It's basically the same color as our flooring in this space. It was pretty big, size square, and it was also kind of like a bar height, so it was a pretty tall table. And I didn't love how tall it was because it blocked some of the light coming through the window. And you guys also know that I love a bunch of lighter, airy tones, so like the dark wood was not my favorite thing. So selling that and giving it a new home was great. And then we used the money we sold it for to buy this new table. The new table is from Target in their Studio McGee Threshold line. I will have it linked down below for you guys. And Christian's going to be doing the bulk of the building of this table. I was on baby duty. She was napping upstairs, and sometimes she just needs a little extra help staying asleep, so I was running back and forth doing that. But I was downstairs to vacuum and clean the floors because I just love to have a fresh, clean space now that it was completely empty. And with Bucky and some of the rain we've been getting in California recently, there was lots of mud to be cleaning up here. Now, a quick little review of this table, now that we've been living with it for a couple of days, maybe even a week at this point, is that I really enjoy it. It is the perfect small table size. It's definitely not very large. It's definitely smaller than our last table, but it's still a 4-person table. You could fit 4 plates at it. We have 4 chairs at it. And another cool perk is that the instructions that it came with have a QR code that you can actually just scan with your phone, and they have digital instructions that were super easy to follow along with, and I've never seen that before, so that's a major plus. And the one downside to this table is part of the building process. All of the legs are attached with these hex screws, and they give you the generic hex wrench with the table, so you can do it all yourself without any power tools. But it would have taken us maybe 30-ish minutes probably to tighten all of these screws. You can see they're in these little pockets, so you'd have to take off and rotate the wrench every single rotation. So we remembered that we had a ratchet tool in the garage with a hex attachment, and that saved us a lot of time. Also, I read all of the comments you guys leave me, and a lot of you guys have been saying that you love seeing Bucky in the videos, you love his little cameos. Some of you even say you only watch my videos to see him in them. So I made sure to include lots of Bucky in this video. You'll see him in this space and then also a lot in the dining room. He loves when we have new spaces because there's new places for him to lay down and run around and play. So he was definitely having a lot of fun in that front space. Now, if these chairs look familiar to you guys, you probably have watched some of my other videos. These are the 4 dining chairs we have in our dining room, and for months now, I have been planning to change out this table, bring those chairs out here, and we actually ended up only ever buying 4 chairs for this giant dining table. We probably could have fit 6 or 8 chairs at the table total, but we ended up only buying 4 because we just never really used this dining room. It is beautiful and literally the dining room of my dreams. Like, I wouldn't change a single thing about this. The only problem with it is that we never used it. We ate all of our meals at that kitchen table. Whenever we had friends over, we would always just eat out there. It's just where we lived the most. So this room was just never really used. So we felt like we were wasting all of this front space because it's still a pretty big size room and like a pretty big portion of our like actual house size. So we sold the table, we're repurposing this space, and we're gonna make this fresh and new into a more functional space. So we sold the table. I didn't film them taking the table out because it's strangers and like that'd be weird if we filmed them coming to get the table. But I filmed us cleaning the carpets, emptying out the room, and then also from the DIY that we did in this space, I had some paint splatters on the floor, and my mom told me I probably can just use nail polish remover to clean that paint up, and it worked like a charm. So use it with caution on your floors. I'm pretty sure we just have like linoleum planks for our flooring in this house. It could be cheaper than that, but I think it's LPVs are what they're called, or vinyl planks or something, but that cleaned that up really well. And now I'm just gonna go through vacuuming, getting all of the dog hair up, and then start pulling other furniture into this space. The number one thing I wanted to do in this room is make an office space once again. When we had baby girl and built her nursery and pulled that together, that used to be our office, so I have just been working in random places around the house, editing all over the place, and I have really missed having a dedicated workspace. So the first thing I'm doing is bringing down our old IKEA desk. I am planning on changing this out for the room makeover. Not quite sure what direction I'm going to go in with the desk. Like I said, I'll ask you guys all of the specific questions at the end of this video, but I'm bringing down the desk and the desk chair to have a temporary workspace until we do the room makeover. And then we're also going to bring over the leather chair that we have in the living room. And we also want this to eventually be a play space for baby girl. She's not quite at the age where she's playing with a lot of toys. She really only uses her play gym right now where she lays on it and can like bat at the toys. But I'm sure when she's a bit older, we'll have lots of toys, and I want kind of a storage space or maybe a bookshelf for in here to kind of keep all of that stowed away and organized, and also a play mat for her to have like a dedicated play space. I was also very indecisive about where the desk would go in this room, as you can see, and tried it in about every possible configuration. Christian and I were debating a lot about this space. We both agreed that if it was just an office space, this would be the clear winner for where the desk would go underneath these shelves. But because we also want to bring in the leather chair and a side table for that, and then turn it into a play space eventually for baby girl, it just makes more sense to move the desk back against the stairwell wall. It's hard to tell from the angle of this video, but the leather chair was kind of just floating in the middle of the room and made it feel a little bit awkward, so it needed to kind of be tucked away in a corner, and the only way that would work is if it was in this back corner by the window. Okay, so some big changes coming to the house. I think there will be room makeovers for each of the rooms, the front office now and this dining space, but they're not happening for a while, and obviously you're gonna see these tables and these spaces in my future videos, so I wanted to introduce the spaces, share this content now, but I also want your opinion. So I would love some insight on what you guys think this space is missing. I think I'm gonna do a round rug. a centerpiece. I'm playing with changing out the light fixture. I obviously don't love this light fixture. It's not my style, but we are in a rental and it's a little bit risky. Like, I've heard good stories. Some family of ours in their rental have switched out their light fixtures and it went great, but I'm just a little bit nervous, but I think it will like make this whole space come together. And you can just tell, like, walking into this space, how it all is a little bit more cohesive with this table in here. And I think a rug will break up the different wood tones, so you won't see like this like lighter orange wood on top of like the darker reddish wood. I think that will solve that problem. I think a white centerpiece or something, but like if anything is like missing when you look into this space, let me know down below. I'm thinking maybe something fun, like an accent wall under here, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of fun DIYs to spice up this space and make it a little more unique. So any ideas you have for me, link them down below. And the even bigger makeover will obviously be happening in this room. So there's a lot of things I love about this space and a lot of things I want to change, namely the desk. We love this chair. We want to do a side table, either a floor lamp here or a table lamp, a floor lamp in the corner over there or something. This jute rug from Amazon looks awesome, not very comfortable, and you can tell it's like sun bleached. This line right here, you can see pretty clearly where the old table used to be. So we're thinking of either replacing this, layering a smaller rug on top of it so it's like a 2-layer rug look, so I'm not just wasting this rug. Also, we want this to be a little play area for baby girls, so I'm thinking about putting a gather mat in here that's like a padded leather mat. It's actually the same brand as like these little changing mats we use all the time. A little bit expensive, really nice quality, really helpful and really nice, and I love like their color palettes. It's very much my aesthetic, so that would be a fun little addition over here. I'm also playing with the idea of changing these shelves a little bit. If you saw the dining room makeover video, you know that these were a nightmare to hang up, like probably one of the worst DIY ideas I've ever had. It was the hardest process. It took Christian and I like days to figure it out. We probably did it wrong. There's probably an easier way to manage these like floating shelf brackets. Check out that video to see all the struggles there. But I'm trying to ask Christian politely if we can slide the shelves off, and then I kind of want to sand off the black paint and stain them a wood tone. I don't think I want like the dark black accent to be as big as these shelves are, because I love these shelves. So I'm thinking maybe a like oak stain on them. I can just sand off the paint, restain them, hang them back up, restyle them. A different desk. I don't know if I should do a light wood or a glass. A different office chair, somewhere for baby girls' toys to be, a bookshelf maybe, like I said, a rug. So any ideas that you have for this space to make it a little bit more fun and inviting, but also functional for us? It's an office workspace, baby play area. So that's like the general gist of this room. And one space of the home that I absolutely adore is this entryway. Not many people watch the DIY on this space. I'll link it here if you missed the entryway DIY, but this console table is from IKEA, and I actually DIY'd the rattan doors. They make units like this, but they're so expensive with the rattan doors. So I just bought some of the cane webbing off of Etsy and staple gunned it to here. And this door is in great shape. But this door, sadly, Bucky has kind of ruined. You can see it's like totally pushed in on all the sides here, and there's not really any way to salvage it because it started to come undone. So I might replace just these doors. That's the great thing about IKEA, is these units are completely customizable. So I might just buy some plain white doors to go over here and then put some more black accents on top, because like I said, I'm loving the black accents in the home. So here's the view when you first walk into this space from the rest of our house though. So just let me know down in the comments, what am I missing? What would make this space fun? What are some DIYs or decor projects you would want to see on this channel, or things that you think our home is missing? I think there's a lot of room in these spaces to have a lot of fun and do some fun DIYs to share with you guys, but I'd love to know what you think down below. But that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this mini makeover update, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!